Hello and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, we'll discuss the upcoming fashion show.
We'll also talk about summer tours that are helping to grow a love for travel for CHS students.
All that and more coming up next.
I guess the final that's the most concerning for me is my dual credit econ final.
Appreciate everybody's piece and how much work they put into it.
And hopefully it fosters a love to go and travel more.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Max Quintero.
And I'm Jay Barry.
Carroll High School is excited to host its annual fashion show where it showcases the creativity and hard work of students.
The fashion show is a great way for students to express their ideas and creativity. Studio 415 reporter Niang Singh shares the process of getting ready and the students' heart behind the show.
Carroll High School hosts an annual spring fashion show, offering students a platform to present their designs and showcase their creativity. This event allows participants to express themselves and share their talents with the community. The students have been working on their designs since the start of January, dedicating significant effort to ensure their creations stand out and align with the theme of the show, which is post-apocalyptic. The fashion show has supported students in expressing themselves and demonstrating their abilities, even when faced with challenges. Victoria Everston, a senior, states how she has surprised herself with her ideas.
Yeah, I think that I surprise myself sometimes, and I can apply that in the future because I just had an idea in my head. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I'll try, and I was surprised.
The fashion show has encouraged many students to explore their potential and recognize their creative side. Isabel Alonso, a senior, shared how participating in the event reviewed her creativity and inspired her to consider how these skills can be applied in her life beyond high school.
I guess I've seen that I am more creative than I thought I was. It really doesn't matter what the theme is. I can always find something to do, and I feel like it's going to carry well to college being as creative.
Additionally, each student has a unique vision for how they want their fashion piece to resonate with others, hoping that their creations will be perceived as meaningful and inspiring.
I guess I would just want them to appreciate everybody's piece and how much work they put into it, and I hope that my piece specifically makes them be like, wow, I can't believe she made that out of flowers and magazines.
Yes, I want them to feel different about what fashion can be and just to see creativeness through a different lens. And I guess kind of proud of me. I know a lot of people in the crowd will have taught me something in fashion and sewing, so I hope proud of me in some way.
The fashion show is a showcase of Carroll students' work. If you would like to support them, then don't forget to show up this Friday at Carroll High School Fieldhouse. Don't forget to buy the tickets that cost $10 at the Commons. For Studio 415, I'm Niang Singh.
Around June each year, Carroll High School, in collaboration with Educational Tours, offers a 12-day trip abroad.
These trips have given opportunities to the students to foster a love for traveling and are offered to anyone at CHS who's interested.
Every fall, Carroll High School holds an informational meeting for parents, going over the basic layout for the given upcoming trip. It goes over the planned highlights of the trip and gives parents an idea of what type of experience you could have. The cost is around $3,500, depending on the places you'll be going and the general expenses throughout. Although it's expensive for some, this trip could be more than worth the price when you consider the types of life-changing sights you can see. With 2 trips coming up, including the 2025 and the 2026, there are many famous cities you could visit. English teacher Justin Smith coordinates and manages the trip and hopes the trip encourages a love for travel.
So in 2019, I had an opportunity to go on an EF trip with a former colleague of mine from a different school. And I just saw how much fun the kids had on the trip and how much it changed them. And so I wanted to bring this opportunity because, travel is, it's one of your best educators. It's, kids go on these trips and they learn so much. They have a ton of fun. And hopefully it fosters a love to go and travel more.
On the upcoming 2025 trip, students will be visiting London, England, Paris, France, Lucerne, Switzerland, Prague, Czech Republic, and Munich, Germany. And in these countries, some activities include visiting the Tower of London, going to the Louvre, cruising down Paris rivers, going up mountains, as well as much more. Some teachers joining the trip are Mr. Wood, Principal Pickett, Mrs. Gallagher, and of course, Mr. Smith. Junior Sarah Ballard will be going on this trip and is excited to try new foods, but also see new sights.
When Mr. Smith was talking about it, he said there'd be like a lot of free time to kind of do our own thing and like sightsee for ourselves, but they had a couple things planned. I know we're seeing, I think it's Windsor Castle, and he also talked about a lot of like dinners that have been planned and things like that, and so I'm kind of excited to see like the food there and just like different sights.
Students have already filled every slot for 2025, but you can still join the 2026 trip. This one includes Dublin, London, Paris, and Normandy, and plenty of activities to experience. Junior Devin Smith has already been on an educational tourist trip abroad and enjoyed swimming in the Mediterranean Sea.
I really loved how organized the entire trip was. Every day we had like a schedule that we had to go by, and so it wasn't a question of, oh, what are we going to do today? It's more of a thing of, getting up and then they take you to a place and you have fun. And it was really nice. One of my favorite things that we did was we swam in the Mediterranean Sea.
If you're interested in joining one of these trips, speak to Mr. Smith and go to the next scheduled meeting. With Studio 415, I'm Rylan Danens.
Finals can be stressful for everyone, but many people have different opinions on how finals should work and how they prepare.
In this story by reporter Gabby Monier, the interviewers become the interviewees. Let us dive into the opinions of our favorite Studio 415 reporters and many others.
Finals are just next month, signaling the end of the school year. While seniors get ready for graduation, the rest of us anxiously await the upcoming school year.
Most students we interviewed were worried about math classes, while others are more worried about their English and language classes.
I'm most worried about my English final because I'm not really sure what they're going to do for that final and what kind of questions I'm going to have to answer.
On top of that, our very own Hunter Mitchell is worried about his finals too, but it's not a subject like math or English.
I guess the final that's the most concerning for me is my dual credit econ final.
Student Success Time is a good time for those students who worry about classes. Student Success Time is time before the finals, where students can go to their teachers to get specialized help for their final. However, according to the radio and TV teacher, Jaron Matheny, not every school has this chance.
There's no such thing as student success time or homeroom during finals week. It's just you go and take your finals, and that's what you do all day long. You go to lunch in between, but it's just finals, and more finals, and there's no half days or anything like that. It's you go to school, you take your finals, you move on to the next class, come back the next day and do the same thing, and it's a full day, 8 hours long from start to finish too.
But Huntington North isn't the only high school that has a different final schedule. Meet Pablo Suter, a college student who lives in Pittsburgh. Although he graduated in 2023, he still remembers his final schedule and how that was like.
Finals for high school, they were just all pretty much in the same 2 to 3 days, usually 2 days. You'd have your earlier periods first and then your latter periods later.
Finals will start on Thursday, May 22nd. After Friday's second day of finals, there will be a 3-day weekend between finals days. We will return to school that Tuesday, May 27th, and finish that Wednesday. When we told the people we interviewed, they weren't too happy.
Are you aware that we have a weekend between finals? A 3-day weekend between finals?
I am not aware that we had a 3-day weekend between finals.
We have a 3-day weekend between finals. I think it starts on a Wednesday, and our last day is on a Tuesday, if not another Wednesday.
No.
Just give that the big weekend, give you study time, and then take the entire week to just do the finals.
I think it should just be 1 week, and we should just have the rest of it all. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I'm sure they have a reason. Might not be the best reason, but.
Yeah, I don't like it having to come back after Memorial Day. Especially for 2 days, because that just feels dumb.
Oh, I actually knew that.
You knew? Oh my God.
Wait, I remember my mom telling me that now.
Thanks, Ethan. Needless to say, not everyone was happy with how the final schedule turned out. Remember, Chargers, to take those days to relax, but make some room to study for your finals. For Studio 415, I'm Gabby Monier.
Thanks for tuning in to today's show. We will not have a new show next week as we prepare for our 2 live shows to end the semester on May 7th and 14th.
That's all for today. Be sure to subscribe to our new YouTube channel at Carroll Studio 415.
Have a great rest of your week, Chargers.